So we are on day 4 of our section called the Precious Jewels of Wisdom from the Shrimad Bhagwatam. If you remember, I already told you that in Naimisharanya, 88,000 rishis had gathered to do yagna. Now, during the intervals that they had in the yagnas, the rishis asked Sutji, who was the narrator, the Kathakar, 6 questions, very beautiful questions. So every day I'm going to take one question. The answer to that question may take several days for me to go through. So today, first question and first part of the answer. So the first question was, which path in life results in man's highest welfare? What yields the highest welfare for all beings? What is the greatest good for man? So Sutji replied, the path that most people choose is the path of prayer. Prayer means the path of pleasure. Prayer, priya is different ways of pronouncing it. The path of prayer is not necessarily your highest good, does not necessarily serve your highest purpose. Shriya, which is the path of goodness, is the better path to take. So one always has a choice between choosing what is pleasurable, what one likes, or choosing what one finds is good for you in your highest interest. Priya and Shreya. So that is one way of choosing what is in your highest welfare. Secondly, Sutji explained that one's welfare or one's well-being can also be of 2 types. One is ordinary and the other he called extraordinary. So ordinary welfare is things which are good for you, but they are only good for you, one person. And they are only good for a short time, temporary good. And extraordinary welfare is things which are good for you and all people. They are good in all circumstances, in all places, and at all times. So one can choose ordinary welfare or one can choose extraordinary welfare. That again is your choice. So the highest welfare, Sutji said, for any man is always to choose what is good for everyone, in all circumstances, in all places, at all times. What could that be? What could be highest good for everyone? He said the greatest welfare lies in developing intense and unwavering devotion, bhakti, to Bhagwan. That is your highest dharma. Now, if you remember Gyan Yoga a little bit, there are 4 conditions to develop, to be able to understand Gyan. And the 4th one of there is Mumukshutva. And this is exactly what Sutji is saying right here. The highest interest, the highest welfare is to develop Mumukshutva, which is an intense yearning, an intense love, an intense devotion towards Bhagwan. So how should this intense devotion be? What are the characteristics? How do you know it is the correct devotion you have? So 2 criteria have to be met. One is the devotion should be ahaituki. Ahaituki means unconditional. Your devotion towards Bhagwan should be unconditional. There should be no reason why you're loving Bhagwan. There should be no cause because of which you love Bhagwan. I love Bhagwan because. There should be no because. It should be just be love. See, do you love your child because anything? No, you simply love. It's unconditional. So, hetuki. And secondly, it should be apratihita. Apratihita, meaning steadfast, unwavering, unshaken, no matter what situation comes in our life, our love, our yearning, our bhakti for Bhagwan should be firm. Nishtha there should be in our love for Bhagwan. See, for many people, devotion to Bhagwan is dependent. It's dependent whether Bhagwan is fulfilling our desires or not. If Bhagwan is fulfilling your desire, you've gone to the temple, you have prayed for something, your wish is fulfilled. I have big faith in Bhagwan. And if it is not fulfilled, God knows what happens to our bhakti, what happens to our faith. And the power that we feel Bhagwan has, our perception of the power of Bhagwan is also dependent on whether our desires are being fulfilled or not. Oh, Bhagwan cannot fulfill this desire. He has no power. He's fulfilled the desire. Oh, Bhagwan to is very powerful. So our devotion, if we want our highest interest, if we want our highest welfare, we must learn to develop unwavering, steadfast devotion towards Bhagwan, is what Sudji replied to the rishis. And it should be such a welfare that it is in the interest of everyone, not just my desire, not just my good, everyone's good, everyone's welfare should be thought of. If you think of Gyan Yoga, if you think of Bhagavad Gita when we studied, did you not remember one of the conditions of Karma Yoga is that we think of the welfare of everyone? Our actions should be dedicated to the Supreme in the interest of everyone. So you see, all the Shastras are saying the same thing, giving us the same path in which to move towards our highest good. So Sudji has not completed this answer. Tomorrow I will take another part of this same question where he has continued telling about welfare of our each and every person. Because we have kept this section limited to 5-10 minutes, I will break up the answers accordingly. So more on this tomorrow. Today, let's start with the invocation